Yo, 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 what's up? It's your boy, Coach Tally Adams, football guru, and welcome back to Football Guru Counterpunch. Bang! Here I go again, man, with another topic, another content. Recently, just Devonta, that boy, Philadelphia Eagles / Alabama wide receiver Devonta Smith just dropped that he may be he said he is the best college wide receiver to ever play college football. Now that's real GOAT talk right there, and that's something serious. So me being a football guru, I am. I do my homework and I try to dig a little bit and see what makes him say that. I know that he had a great, awesome career. He's the real deal. He's real deal. He won in high school. He won in college. But it's a lot of goats out there that you may have an argument about. You have some great wide receivers that played the college football game. You had guys like Randy Moss, deep threat guy, at Marshall University. You had guys like Calvin Johnson, big time target, big receiver, strong, physical. Could do it all. Made any kind of catch, in his radius of his arm length and even more. He'll go get it. Putting people trying to put two people on him. That's big. Looking over to the side and seeing two people on one receiver. And that was Calvin Johnson. So he was great. He had guys like Jerry Rice. That had wonderful college career, wonderful NFL career, and he was Mr. Black College All Football at Mississippi Valley State and played at D1AA, but he set every record that needed to be set to get his name known when he was in college. Had guys like Corey Davis, played at Western Michigan. The man was outstanding. Great size. People may say, hey, he didn't play in the big time conference, but college football is college football to me, and he put up over 5,000 yards, and definitely had like 52 TDs, for touchdowns. Man, that's amazing, to have that many touchdowns. So, people may say that he probably was one of the best, all times, because some of the records that he set when he was at Western Michigan. Guys like, say, Desmond Howard. Mr. Do It All. He scored from every aspect of football. He scored from wide receiver, handing the ball off to him, kick return, punt return. He got in the end zone by any means necessary. He was must-see TV. If you got to watch him like I got to watch him, as a shorty, man, you knew that the man was all world at Michigan. And if you blink your eye, he'll be in the end zone. So the man won a Heisman Trophy. It's not that many wide receivers that won a Heisman Trophy. But he was one of them. He was definitely one of them. We had like 4 wide receivers, and he was definitely one of the wide receivers that won the Heisman Trophy, and you had guys like Tim Brown, that played at Notre Dame, he was all world as well, all world as well. He was the first college wide receiver to win a Heisman Trophy, so he got it started, of winning a Heisman Trophy as a wide receiver. So Tim Brown is another one that people may say is one of the greatest of all times. You had guys like Larry Fitzgerald. Larry Fitzgerald was definitely a big-time receiver as well. I definitely remember him, and when he was at Pitt University, kind of ran into him a couple times out there in the circle, because that was my time when I was playing as well, and traveling all around, playing arena football and things like that. So I got to run into him a couple times on the plane. But now the man was real good, man. He's real good. He continued to keep that same career when he went to the NFL. But right now we're talking about college. So people may say that he was one of the best to ever play the game. Had guys like Michael Crabtree, Texas Tech. I mean, he was the real deal as well. So, I mean, the man used to light it up. You know, I mean, remember making a game-winning touchdown on TV that just sent shockwaves across the country. You know, but and everybody, you know, I think that's kind of where he really made his name at. But I mean, he was always an exceptional football player at Texas Tech. You know, it just wasn't one of the big time teams that everybody was looking at, but he made you want to watch Texas Tech. You know, so you know, there's people out there in Texas that may feel like he's the best. You know, yeah, Braylon Edwards from Michigan. You know, Michigan University. He lit it up. You know, he lit it up as well. You had Justin Blackman, you know, from Oklahoma State. Big time dude. I mean, every week, you know, you already knew what he was going to do as well. You know, if he was double coverage or whatever, man over the top, under, he was going to make plays. You know, so I remember watching him a lot when he played for Oklahoma State. And you know, one of my favorites, you know, who's definitely in my era, Peter Ward, you know, a guy that came from Braden, Florida. You know, I'm a Florida boy, so I almost had to play him in the playoffs. I think it was our junior year, but we lost right before we got to play them, and they went on to win state that year at Braden and Southeast. But man, Peter Ward was something to deal with as well. He was a freak of nature, you know, kind of like a Desmond. You know, he may not have been as fast as Desmond, but he made moves that was jaw dropping, and I mean he scored touchdowns all kind of ways. You know, reverses, pitches, punt returns, kick returns, throw it up to me, go get it, and he also threw a couple touchdowns as well. You know, he was a high school quarterback. So meaning, you know, again, we talk about college football, you know, and I mean P Dub was definitely one of the ones. You know, he was one of the ones that I would definitely put up there as one of the top wide receivers to play the game. Ryan Broyles from Oklahoma. You know, he was very exciting to watch. You know, real quick, agile receiver. He can score. You make you miss, and he's gone. You know, it was just some receivers out here that, you know, that I can remember, and that were just jaw dropping. You know, great football players, man. Troy Edwards, man, that's a guy that, you know, a lot of people don't really know too much about, man. Played at Louisiana Tech. The man was a problem. he was a problem, man. And, you know, people felt like he didn't play in tip-top conference, but whoever he played, and when he did play the big-time boys, and he was a problem. You know, Troy Edwards was a problem, man. He gave it to people, you know, week in and week out, you know. So, I mean, you know, he's in that conversation as well, man. And Trevor Inslee, you know, I mean, I do my homework, you know. I mean, this guy, you might say, man, who is this? You know, hey man, numbers don't lie, man. People do, numbers don't lie, man. This man played at Nevada, man lit it up. You know, I mean, you gotta look him up yourself, man. You know, he ended up playing for the Indianapolis Colts, but again, man, we talking about college football, man. College football, this man, Trevor Inslee, he lit it up. You know, he lit it up, man, and it was unstoppable out there on the East Coast, man. So just check him out. Check him out, man. Like I said, man, numbers don't lie, man. You know, people do, man. You know, when you had the famous Torrey Holt, man. Torrey Holt was that guy as well, man. You know, he played at NC State. Got a chance to, you know, play some ball with his brother, man. Terrence Hope, man. That was fun, man. It was some good times. But yeah, man, it's Torrey was something to be dealt with at NC State. I mean, there's a lot of other guys, man, that we can talk about. You know what I'm saying? You know, Miami Hurricanes had a lot of great guys too. You know, I'm from the Florida. I'm a Florida boy, so you know what I mean. I can be biased sometimes, but they had some great dudes down there too, man. That I used to feel like was very exciting, man. With, you know, Andre and the Santanas, like, man, them boys. Hey, it's a lot of, that's a big talk, man, coming from Devonta Smith, man, saying that he was the best college wide receiver ever to play the game. You know, that's big talk, and I respect him, man. I respect it. It was good for conversation. It's definitely good for conversation, man. And the man's stats was, you know, he could talk it. He could talk that talk. You know, he had 235 yards in the air, 3,965 yards reception, and 46 TDs, you know, in the air, and played like 54 games. The man almost scored a touchdown every game he played. You know, so I mean, it's GOAT talk, man, and he also had a Heisman Trophy. You know, he's part of that 4 people that won the Heisman Trophy, and he had 2 national championships. So it's a great conversation. You know, I mean, I can't sit up here and say the man wrong for what he said. You know, I mean, he has the stats to back it up. He's part of the 4 people that, you know, that played wide receiver to win the Heisman Trophy. You know, I mean, we had Tim Brown being the first, and then Desmond Howard being the second, then him being Devonta being the third. You know, and then, you know, Travis Hunter just winning it. You know, some people may say, oh, he played DB, well, he played both. You know, and that's another conversation for another day that I'll talk about. But today is the GOAT talk. Is who's the best wide receiver to play the game. You know, so man, I could be biased on so many occasions, man. But you know, I mean, the Gators had some boys back in the day. Florida State had some boys back in the day. Like it's a lot, but you know, numbers don't lie, man. People do. So this is a great conversation. I'm very excited to talk about it. You know, but hey, my prediction is that boy Jeremiah Smith. That boy Jeremiah Smith will go down as the all-time wide receiver to ever play college football ever. The man was a freshman this year, and he had 15 touchdowns. Man, he's unstoppable. Man, I got a phone call one day when the man was like in the 9th and 10th grade from a great friend of mine, and told me, say, man, hey man, I seen this receiver that can probably play in the NFL right now, you know, and you know, at first I was like, man, what you talking about, man? But you know, I coach a lot of 7-on-7 football, and you know, been head coach in high school football and things like that, and head coaching 7-on-7, and I got to run into this freak of nature, and man, he looked like a creative player already when he was in high school, and he was just dominating the 7-on-7 circuit, and you know, watched them play, you know, 11-on-11 ball, and then I got to coach against him 2 times, and man, it's watching what you already know gonna happen. You know, it's a lot of things you try to prepare to stop him, but he's just gonna get what he's gonna get. You know, and he took that same mentality to college football at Ohio State, playing at the highest competition, and won a national championship again. You know, I just never seen this man not win a championship. Like every year I've watched this man just win a championship. When, you know, even down here in South Florida where I'm located, you know, at Chaminade Madonna, you know, like he just win a state championship every year. You know, there's nothing you can do to really stop him. You can try to contain him, but stopping him is just a whole nother level. You know, him this year in college football, just letting everybody know, man, nobody can stick me one-on-one, and then going out there and proving it, and then catching a big-time catch on Notre Dame that I saw coming. I saw it coming, and definitely was very excited when he caught the ball. But I just predict that he will be the best college, you know, wide receiver to ever play the game. I believe that he'll win 3 national championships. I believe that he'll win 2 Heisman trophies, and I believe he would trump, you know, what Devonta Smith is talking about with his 2 national championships and his 1 Heisman Trophy winning, and his great stats, you know. But I mean, this is a great conversation, man. I would love to hear from you guys in the comments. Let me know who you feel like is the best wide receiver, and what makes a person the best wide receiver. Is it the championships? Is it the yards? Is the excitement when the person touches the ball? I mean, we can talk about this, man, on another segment of, you know, what makes you the best wide receiver, what makes you great at wide receiver. You know, I mean, I played wide receiver growing up as a shorty, man, at Auburn High School, man. I had a lot of fun playing it, and, you know, went on to college to play it as well. playing wide receiver and DB. But man, it's a great conversation, man, and I love to talk about sports and man, I'm a football guru, man. So yeah, you guys can follow me at TA Football Guru on Instagram. You can follow me at the same handler on Twitter and even on Facebook as well. You can follow me, and I'll be dropping all this stuff, and also I'll be dropping these things on these contents on YouTube as well. So man, I appreciate you guys. Giving me some attention. But I'll be doing this a lot, man. I'll be bringing a lot of content. There ain't no reason holding all this knowledge that I have. I might as well get on the platform and let everybody know and give somebody something to talk about, man. Something good to smile at throughout the day. Man, God bless y'all, man. I love you. And hey, man, come back and see me again. Football Guru Counterpunch. Bang.